I'll get you, my pretty, and your little nest too. Okay, you got me. Technically, I didn't get them because I'm way too big of a chicken to stand and fight that big of a hornet's nest. But somebody did, and I'm gonna tell you all about it. Way back in the middle of summer, I was doing some yard work in the front yard, and I discovered this giant wasp nest in the magnolia tree right outside my front door. And needless to say, I stopped immediately doing any kind of yard work in the front yard, and I waited for the pest control people to come and save the day. Now, being a wise woman, I used my time wisely and uploaded a video about my experiences while I waited and waited and waited. Eventually, the guy finally showed up, and I was like, please save me. This thing is terrifying me. And he was like, yeah, I'm not touching that. That is a bald-faced hornet's nest, which apparently are the meanest, nastiest hornets around. And they're fine as long as you don't touch them, but if you go near their nest, they freak out. If you touch them, they freak out, and their stings are horrible. He was like, I don't have the stuff I need to do this. I can't do this. So he took pictures, and he said he was going to send somebody back. And so I thought, well, I don't need to do anything. Somebody's coming back. I'll just go on with my life, right? And so I uploaded some more videos, and I waited, and I waited, and I thought, surely I don't need to do anything. Somebody's coming back. And the whole time, this nest, this hornet's nest, was growing and growing and growing. And I've already told you how big of a chicken I am. There was no way that I was going out there and filming how big that thing was. By the end, it was at least as big as a basketball, if not bigger. And there was no way that I was going outside my front door to film that thing. Yeah, big chicken. Terrified. So it was actually kind of pretty if it weren't for all of the horribly terrifying, stinging demons flying around it. They were actually swarming our porch light by the end. We would turn it on at night, and they would just swarm, and you could see them hovering. And being a chicken, I didn't film that either, even though we were separated by glass. Good morning! In my last video, I ran away from the crazy busyness of my life and the hornet's nest to visit my daddy for his birthday. And I had a little time to think about my priorities and how I was going to find balance in my life. This hornet's nest had been on my to-do list forever, and I just hadn't gotten around to doing anything about it. The guy hadn't come, and I needed to take care of it, but I just couldn't get to it. I mean, they said they were coming, right? Surely I didn't need to do anything extra. Well, just like that hornet's nest kept growing and growing, there were some other issues that were bubbling and boiling away under the sunny surface of my life. And they came to a head the day that I drove home from my daddy's place. And I spent the next 9 days just on my knees praying for God to bring some sanity and some peace and calm to my life. I had uploaded a video about where I was at. I talked about how I needed to reprioritize and focus on the things that were most important. And for me, that's God, family, and my health and wellness. And God really brought home to me that I have to put those things first. I cannot allow anything else to get in the way. And this family crisis that came into my life didn't allow for anything else to get in the way. I could only focus on God, family, and my health and wellness. That's it. There was no room for anything else. So when I prayed for peace and comfort and wisdom and for him to help me prioritize, he gave me the perfect opportunity to practice. So be careful what you pray for. He does answer. Safety. When I was in the middle of it all, the only thing I could do was hang on by my fingernails and just pray for God to get me through it. And now that I've come out the other side, all I can tell you is that God is so good and he does answer. Now that I'm through it, I can look back and I can say, you know, he gave me that opportunity to see how good he truly is, because when I had no hope and I was questioning how am I going to get through this and how am I going to make it through another day, when I was questioning if I had enough strength and where my hope was going to come from, he whispered to me and said, "Child, I am your hope. I am your strength. I am the daily bread that's going to get you through the next day." And God is so good. So if there's something that you're going through, if there's a difficulty that you're facing and you're in the middle of it and you can't see the way out, that's okay. Just hang on by your fingernails, lean into him, because you will come out the other side. And when you look back, you'll be able to say, God is so good. And let me tell you, eventually, when I came out the other side, I was able to call the pest control company. They sent out this amazing man who came, and he was so brave, and he sprayed down the hornet's nest, and he broke it down and sprayed it and broke it down and sprayed it and broke it down and sprayed it. And it was hilarious watching him run away every time he would spray it. But he saved the day for me. And I had to be brave and clean up the nest on my own. But, you know, God sends the help we need, and he gets us through the hard times. So if you found today's video encouraging, make sure to bop the like button. Leave me a comment and let me know if you've been through some times like this yourself, and if you have any ideas on flying creatures. I don't like them. Leave me a comment if you've been through anything like this yourself, and I don't like that. I hope you found today's video encouraging. Make sure to pop the like button if you did. Subscribe if you haven't yet so that you can be notified that Is that another nest? Okay, I'm just terrified now. Okay. I can't wait to read your comments. I read everyone and I try to respond as soon as I can. I'll see you next time. Bye.
If there's a difficulty that you're facing and you're in the middle of it and you can't see the way out, that's okay. Just hang on by your fingernails, lean into him, because you will come out the other side. You're so loud. Really? He gave me that opportunity to see. Oh my gosh. Every time. I know. All right, I'm just going to talk through it. He gave me that opportunity to see just how good he truly is.